The movie starts deep within a dense forest, where a young girl named Anna lives with her guardian, Gabe. She calls him Daddy, and he takes care of her, ensuring she is healthy and safe. Gabe keeps Anna in the attic, never allowing her to go explore the world outside. The little girl has never been outside the attic, except for a window that offers a glimpse of the world beyond. Almost every night, Gabe tells Anna about the Wildlings, terrifying creatures with sharp teeth, long nails, and lots of hair, advising her to keep her distance. These stories frighten Anna, but her curiosity about the outside world keeps growing. The door. He tells her it's very dangerous outside, and he's just trying to keep her safe. He says he's her father and takes care of her, giving her only vegetables and not allowing any meat. One day, Anna hears Gabe talking to someone else. Her curiosity gets to her, and when she touches the doorknob, she gets a strong electric shock and passes out. Later, when she wakes up, Gabe is beside her, explaining that the electric trap is to keep the wildlings out. He tells her that she is the last surviving child on Earth, and it is his duty to protect her. When Anna asks about the person Gabe was talking to, he changes the subject and insists that they are the only humans left. On Anna's birthday, Gabe surprises her with a cake and a hamster as a companion. The little animal becomes Anna's closest friend. However, one day, the hamster dies, and Gabe explains the concept of death to her, assuring her that the hamster is in a better place now. As Anna grows older, she begins to have nightmares about wildlings in the woods. When she hits puberty and starts her period, Gabe notices blood stains on her bed. Worried, he gives her Leuprolide, a medication that slows her growth and makes her health worse over time, pretending it's a treatment for her illness. This medication goes on for years, and Anna starts experiencing pain and discomfort. Unable to take it any longer, she pleads with Gabe to end her suffering and send her to a better place, just like her hamster. Overwhelmed with guilt for the suffering he has caused her since her birth, Gabe decides to take his own life. In the next scene, Anna wakes up in a hospital filled with strangers, and she begins to panic. She quickly flees her room, ending up on the rooftop, where she feels the sun's warmth for the very first time. However, some officers bring her back to the hospital room and restrain her to a bed. Sheriff Ellen helps calm her down and learns about her true identity. The doctor reveals that Anna has been given an overdose of Leuprolide, a medication that delays maturity and inhibits growth. Hearing this, Sheriff Ellen releases Anna from the restraints and takes her into temporary custody. Instead of sending her to any foster home, she chooses to bring her to her own home, where she lives with her brother Ray. The sheriff agrees to care for her while they wait for the DNA tests to find out her identity and whether Gabe is her biological father. Here, we learn that Gabe is not dead. He is actually being treated in another room in the hospital. Anna starts adjusting to her new life and grows close to Ray. Ray explains to her how babies are actually created, clearing up her misunderstandings. As she reaches puberty, Anna discovers she has a remarkable ability to hear exceptionally well, and she begins to see visions of wildlings in the forest of the Northern Lights. She starts attending school with Ray, where she meets other girls her age for the first time. Motivated by curiosity, Anna goes to the library to learn more about the Northern Lights and the wildlings. Under Ellen's care, Anna now enjoys the freedom to explore nature and spend time outdoors. One day, as she is walking home from school, she sees a deer and starts chasing it. Fortunately, before she can fall into a hunter's trap, a mysterious man in a wolfskin outfit stops her. The following day, eager to learn about wild predators, Anna goes to the library. As she turns the pages of a book, she sees black marks on her fingernails. Later that night, while Anna is in the bathtub, Ellen shares the DNA test results, revealing that Gabe is not her biological father. Anna feels lost and confused about her family. One night, she and Ray hang out. time together on the rooftop. While Ray tries to help her with a school assignment, Anna gets distracted by the northern lights. As they lie there, she spots flickering lights in the distance, which turn out to be a party at Jen's house. Anna says that Jen is her friend, and they both decide to go to the party. It's her first time going to a big event like this. However, after having a drink, Anna begins to feel dizzy. At the party, she and Ray share a quick romantic moment, which is noticed by Lawrence, a classmate. But their kiss suddenly comes to an end when Anna's mouth starts bleeding. She hurries to the bathroom to find some of her teeth are falling out. Anna, in a panic, escapes through a window and runs into the forest. Suddenly, she's attacked from behind by what seems to be a wildling. Defending herself, Anna fights back and bites, only to realize it's Lawrence. She tries to help him up, but it's too late. The poor boy dies from heavy blood loss. Worried, Anna runs away and goes back to Gabe's home looking for answers about who she is. To find some comfort, she heads to the attic and goes into her old bedroom. There, she freshens up and quickly heads into town. When she gets home, Ellen asks where she's been, but Anna keeps quiet and doesn't say a word. Just then, Officer Roger arrives and reveals that Lawrence has disappeared. He tries to ask Anna if she knows anything about it, but Ellen dismisses him and sends him away. Afterwards, she confronts Anna trying to get information, but the teenager stays silent, keeping her thoughts and experiences to herself. As days go by, Anna's continued silence starts to worry Ellen, who notices her painting her nails instead of speaking. That evening, Ray comes in to check on Anna and tells Ellen he'll handle it. But no matter what he does, Anna stays silent. Ray checks her mouth and realizes she's losing her teeth. Panicking, he goes outside to tell Ellen, giving Anna a chance to escape. She escapes to the woods, the only place she feels safe and calm. There, she surprisingly runs into Wolfman again, who offers her food when he sees she's hungry. He then inspects her nails and teeth, suspecting she might belong to the Wildlings, a group thought to have been wiped out 16 years ago. The Wolfman also reveals that her mother's body is still inside the cave. Intrigued and wanting to learn about her mother's identity, Anna follows Wolfman to a nearby cave. Inside, she discovers a skull with a bullet hole in it. Holding it, she sees Gabe, who she thought was her father, shooting her mother. She realizes Gabe was part of the purge, but spared her as a baby and took her in. Armed with this knowledge, Anna heads to the hospital to confront Gabe. But when confronted, she's paralyzed with emotion as Gabe merely looks at her with pity. Meanwhile, Ellen looks over the case file about Lawrence's death and spots a link to a drawing from Anna's old room. Anna returns home too, looking for safety, but unfortunately, as soon as Ellen notices her claw-like nails, she handcuffs her. Ellen then reveals that Anna's clothes were found near Lawrence's dead body, and that's why the entire city suspects her of the murder. Anna is sent to jail, even though she insists she's innocent. In her cell, she looks in the mirror and sees her teeth becoming sharper, like the skull she found. That night, Gabe comes to see her, confessing that sparing her was his biggest mistake. He hands a syringe to Anna, urging her to give herself the injection for a better life. However, Anna, accepting who she is as a wildling, turns down the injection. Gabe gets emotional as he exits the cell and leaves. The next day, Ellen checks on Anna, who is hiding under the bed and asleep. Ellen opens the cell, but Anna takes her by surprise with an attack. She then locks up the officers, including Ellen, and escapes. Once she's outside, she happens to find Ray in his car. Anna goes to him and manages to persuade him to help her. She asks him to drive her towards the Northern Lights because that's where she was born. As they go, Anna admits to being a wildling. Ray eventually stops the car in the woods, and Anna decides to go on by herself. But Ray is concerned. Worried about her, he starts following her. In the dark, Anna goes for a swim in a close-by lake and gets all wet. Afraid she'll catch a cold, Ray makes a fire to dry her clothes. As Anna removes her clothing, Ray is shocked to see hair growing on her back. However, Anna reassures him that he is safe and promises not to harm him. The scene then shifts to Roger and Gabe discussing Anna's escape. After much consideration, they decide to gather a group of hunters to capture her. In the next scene, we see Anna and Ray running into the woods while they're being chased by search dogs. After the pursuit, Anna leads the hunters in a different direction while telling Ray to run the opposite way. Anna diverts the hunters and tells Ray to go the other way. She heads straight to the cave where she discovered her mother's remains. Next, Ray reunites with his sister and tells her that Anna is not with him anymore. Anna is now alone, taking drastic steps to survive. During the first few days of her survival in the forest, Anna undergoes a transformation and turns into a wildling. To keep herself hidden from the hunters, she covers her face and body with dirt for camouflage. One morning, during his walk to school, Ray notices Roger filling up gallons with gasoline. Ray suspects they plan to hunt and kill Anna, so he quickly calls Ellen to inform her. In the forest, Anna manages to kill one of the hunters by knocking him down, and as the group gathers around the body, she runs away. Anna has now fully transformed into a wildling and can hunt people in the blink of an eye. Meanwhile, Ellen arrives in the forest to rescue the troubled teenager. She gets scared upon seeing the dead bodies strewn about, and to make matters worse, Roger points a gun at her, warning her to stay out of it. But just then, Anna shows up and kills Roger too. She reveals herself to Ellen, showing her pregnant belly before she takes off. In the following scene, the hunters set the forest on fire, making Anna even angrier. She watches the flames overtaking her home and knows she has to escape the heat. Though her pregnancy weakens her, Anna searches for shelter. Finally, she finds a familiar cave, much like the one where she was discovered. Gabe finds her and sedates her with a tranquilizer, making Anna fall to the ground. As Gabe goes to check if she's okay, he starts thinking about her mother. He performs a cesarean section to take the unborn child, but Anna regains her strength and bites Gabe fatally on the neck, killing him. Afterward, she emits an anguished cry before collapsing to the ground once more. When she wakes up, Anna finds wolfmen sewing up her wounds. The next day, while searching for Anna, Ellen and Ray spot her from afar and decide to let her disappear into the wilderness. They both feel that letting her go is the best decision for her. Eventually, Anna reaches the Northern Lights, her ultimate goal. Holding her newborn child, she gazes at the beautiful sky, feeling at peace and content with her life. The movie ends with Anna hearing the call of a wildling in the distance, hinting that her kind is still out there.